If you are booked to go to Alaska, then you will not want to miss this video, full of advice, tips and information to help you plan your perfect trip. So make sure you hit that subscribe button because this week I explore Ketchikan independently.
Pack my things up, carefree, adventures waiting. I'm heading out to see the rest of the world. Yeah, yeah.
Now, they weren't wrong when they said it rains in Alaska and in Ketchikan, because it's absolutely throwing it down. But you know what? Nothing wrong with a bit of rain. I'm from England after all.
The Grand Princess docks at 6 AM and departs at 2 PM, so if you haven't any shore excursions booked, don't worry. The port itself is lined with tour companies offering you a variety of shore excursions. Or why not book a 2.5-hour sightseeing tour on this, the Tongass trolley, for around £60 per person. Princess Cruises docks right in the heart of Ketchikan, so it's perfect if you want to explore what Ketchikan has to offer independently. With a population of just 8,000 and set at the most southernmost entrance to the Inside Passage, Ketchikan is surrounded by the most jaw-dropping scenery, renowned for its rich Alaskan native history and named the salmon capital of the world, opening its first salmon cannery in 1885.
You can see one of the old cannery buildings behind me, but did you know that at that time they canned and shipped over 1 million cans of salmon? And that is some fate in 1889.
It's not just about salmon here. Ketchikan also hosts some of the most thrilling lumberjack shows in the world. And later this morning, that is exactly where I am heading. Before that, though, it's 7 AM in the morning and I have just 3 hours to explore what Ketchikan has to offer. Now, my first stop is Creek Street, one of Ketchikan's hidden gems, and just a 20-minute walk from where the ship docks. This gives me plenty of opportunity to check out local eateries, unique shops, and the city's history en route. The rock tells a story of how Alaska's first city came to be. 6 of the 7 sculptors represent people who helped form Ketchikan, whilst the 7th figure, a Tlingit chief, symbolises how his people were the first to make Southeast Alaska their home. The eclectic nature of this Alaskan community is evident in the shops here. It's a souvenirs paradise, offering anything from clothing stores, sweet shops, to handmade crafts and jewellery. It's so easy to spend your dollars. A bit wet, 20 minutes later I arrived at Creek Street. Now, for centuries the abundant salmon drew the natives to Ketchikan Creek. I took a stroll down Creek Street's historic boardwalk, which is known for its colourful wooden buildings and breathtaking waterfront views. I learnt about its rich history, including how it was once a bustling red light district, but now transformed into a vibrant hub of art galleries, shops and eateries. Now, although Creek Street brothels have now been transformed to souvenir shops, you can still walk around Dolly's house in a self-guided tour and is crammed with memorabilia of her life and times and well worth a visit. Dolly's House Museum may look like a doll's house from the outside, but it tells the story of Madame Dolly Arthur, born in 1888 and worked as a waitress but soon realised she could make a lot more money from the attention of men and opened up Dolly's House in 1919. As the rain finally subsided, I decided to head back to the ship to dry off before the lumberjack show, but not before I found a particular store selling one local delicacy.
So I am on my way to find jellyfish donuts because somebody very much recommended the salmon donuts there, and you know me, I absolutely love a donut.
I finally found it, and just across the street from the Grand Princess. Jellyfish Donuts is famous and they offer around 20 unique flavours, all handmade. Expect a queue as their donuts are in huge demand, so I went in to order their most popular salmon donut.
I finally got my salmon donut. Oh my goodness me. I'm not even going to wait. I'm just going to eat it now.
It was so handy, the Grand Princess being right in the centre of town, because it was easy for me to get back to my cabin, shower and change, and then get off again to meet the tour guide for the Great Alaskan Lumberjack show. I booked this through Princess Cruises for £45, including return transfers to the venue and ship, or you can book this independently via their website for just £35 per person. Now, this spruce mill where the Lumberjack show is held was built in 1903, and the need for spruce lumber from this mill was in high demand in World War II, as planes and ship decks were made from this very strong wood. The show is great fun for all ages, where the lumberjacks compete with each other, showing extraordinary skill and strength. Audience participation is encouraged as these world champion athletes compete. 12 athletic events altogether, utilising 7-pound axes, razor sharp saws and chainsaws, to name a few. After the show, I had the choice of a free shuttle back to the ship, but I decided to walk the 20 minutes back and soak up the atmosphere of a now busy port. As the ship is only here for 6 hours, I wanted to see as much as I could, and I have to say, despite the rain, Ketchikan is unique, and I absolutely loved it. But if ever I come back, I will definitely pre-book the Deadliest Catch Fisherman's Tour. That is supposed to be incredible.
So arrived at 6 a.m. this morning. So it's now coming up to 1 o'clock, and I am heading back on board for a very large glass Sauvignon Blanc. Then heading straight to the theatre because the naturalist Pete has got another talk. Now, he lives in Juneau. He is incredible. What he doesn't know about Alaska, lived in Alaska all his life, lived in Juneau all his life. And he's talking about going whale watching this afternoon, going salmon fishing. He's a really interesting man, but he's a very dedicated storyteller. And yeah, we're very lucky to have him on board. So I've had a fabulous time. Plus, I actually managed to get me salmon donut as well from Jellyfish Donuts. $7 for the donut, but worth every single penny. So it's been fantastic. First port of call on the 7-night Alaskan cruise. I've loved every single minute.